I went today in detail through actually every extension available here in the editor itself. Read through it. So I got this open, I've got this open, and one that is just project manager. I'll close. Which one is it? Okay, it's the creeps. Squash the creeps project is interesting because I can reuse it as it is a 3D project. Okay, what is this? I'm a bit again undecisive. What will I dedicate my attention to? 3.6 or 4.3? They both have nice library of extensions. Okay, I guess we got the light for a while. So what did I install? What is this? 3.6? Well, let me first perhaps demonstrate this GDSFXR as it is enabled here. I'll actually enable the pixel image editor that works right in the Godot editor user interface. For the SFXR, which is in the category, I guess, miscellaneous, or no, tools. Both of these extensions are available for 3.6 and 4.3, and for my test, for what I tested one in the 3.6 and another one in 3 and 4.3, and tested how it works, as I was curious about something. So one extension looks like this. It has its own bottom panel at the bottom row here, GDSFXR, and it looks like this. There are in this column these buttons presets. There is this sound that is currently like default generated, and if I like it I can save it, and it will be saved as SFXR, and that's provided by the plugin, the extension. And it's possible to use that XFSR in the as a resource in the player. So in the stream player, audio stream player, I would just then load quickly that, let's say, sample, which is almost compiled down to the type of a binary waveform, but it's not, it's more like a raw audio. And here on the bottom, actually, if I click on the resource itself, there is a play button, like for any other audio added to the audio stream player. So it acts like a... oh, that was loud. And what else I did? So here in the inspector, for these properties, whatever is here on the right side in the inspector panel, it can be saved if it's compatible as a resource. So if I would have a, for example, if I would select here SFXR and do the import, for example, TRS, select a resource file, functional import settings, icon. Well, I guess the resource files go directly to the inspector panel because they're already imported. Anyway, to create quickly sound effects for a game, there are the presets here. There is a mutate button to create a variation or a randomizer. These are always on the buttons, there are always like defaults built in. So this version, this extension I have in this project, added to this project in Godot 3.6, looks like this, works like this, like here in the seen in the bottom dock panel. And to use it, I would save it. Okay, it got saved. It got saved as a... I overwrote the file already there. So it's possible to use the extension as a node in the scene tree, or load the sample AudioStreamPlayer. Okay, click AudioStreamPlayer, click here, load. Since I overwrote this, okay, this is the new version of that file, and I can actually, well, here's the next thing. I can save this resource, save. Imported resources can't be saved. Yes, they can. Save as. I say save. Yep, overwrite. And I can just drop that file in the project that I have open in Godot 4.3, but the resource file saved in the version 3.6. And it works. I get that sound independent of the plugin, working as a resource for AudioStreamPlayer. But the SFXR file will not work. It's plugin dependent. So for this stream audio player, I can load the resource of 3.6 Godot. It might complain it's the old version resource, but it will import it. Can I just open it right here? I don't think it's the same. It's playing the same file. Maybe I need to re-import it. Let's see. This is the one. So this is the one, and the one here sounds different even that I have imported. Maybe if I in file system say import, or maybe double click it. Or maybe try again. Can I try again? Oh, I got this dialog. Okay, replace file and destination. Okay. And now? Okay, now it's loaded. I just didn't overwrite the existing one. So as a TRS file, it doesn't even need to go through import. The SFX created by this plugin don't work with the other plugin version. So for the other plugin version that I've installed in Godot 4.3, to start working with the sound effects generator, I was supposed to add a SFXR stream player node to get the properties open here in the inspector panel, but it actually works the same way. It's almost the same members properties in the interface, but in that sense interface the same, but actually interface different. It's not like a doc, it's more like an inspector property, the variables, but I don't need to use the node. I can just use the generated resource, save it as a resource, and load it through the file system into the AudioStreamPlayer. So let's say it's a more like a hacky way to get something working in the editor, because you can use the node, but I don't want that, let's say, extra weight in the project. So it's possible just to get the sound, generate the sound, and use the audio as the resource file and reuse it without the node, plugin node. And that got me going, looking through the rest of the available extensions in the asset library. So I have a experimental project to test out. It's better, I think it's much better than the demos or template files, template projects from the project manager available. And that would be chapter 1, the intro for warm-up for the day 21. So next thing, chapter 2, I will check out a few extensions that bring in some provide solutions for like elaborate solutions to slap together or prototype a game or create a level, like a procedural map world generator, something like that. For project for Godot 4.3 there are even quite a few packed asset libraries. Available, like the extension, like a plugin through a plugin installation.